Hey guys, Melissa here to do a timeless collective love reading. This is for anyone who is drawn to the title of the video. Took a little break from love readings on the signs this week, so I thought I would try to do a collective love reading just to see where everybody's love is at. Alright, so we are going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, and then a potential outcome. Anywhere from single to married or anywhere in between, just whomever this resonates for. Again, if the title resonates, usually the story will resonate. Let's get at your love life, babies. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section. Actually, I don't think I have anything about myself there anymore, but anything you need to know about booking a personal reading, you can find in the description box below. There is a link to my website. Let's get at your love life. The energy that you bring to the connection that you have in mind is the Ace of Pentacles. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Queen of Wands. We do have the High Priestess as your outcome, and clarity, victory as your overall feeling of this. It's like, this is it. This is the whole overarching energy of the connection, is the aha moment, right? This is meaning that where this connection is at right now is just in this realization mode. You are finally, regardless, this could have been somebody who's been in your life for 10 years and you're like, whoa, they were sitting right next to me the whole time. Or it could just be a serendipitous moment. Whatever it is, the connection is in this, the feeling is that aha moment. Moving on to the next phase. So I'm almost just getting that this is saying that you are just in this recognizing who they are and then coming into the next phase, which usually I think what I'm feeling right now on it anyways is that you guys are recognizing you just met each other, recognizing that you're a match, and then moving into a dating situation. Of course, you're not going to do that all in one day. It's just kind of the energy that's around you that will all unfold on the 3D plane in 3D time. Not, you know, our spirits know immediately, but it takes our human a little longer to kind of get comfortable and acknowledge and whatever it is. So it does look like after some, I feel like two twos here, I feel like there has been some, maybe even just after doing a lot of work on yourself, kind of, am I ready for love? Am I even interested in love? And I think that's when it comes in, is when we're really indecisive about it. Like when we're desperately interested in it and it doesn't come in for us, as soon as we're like, you know what, maybe I don't even need love. Maybe I'm not really even interested in it. I feel like that's when it comes in, after maybe cutting off some people, places, and things that weren't conducive to you, maybe really setting boundaries in your own life. The creator will send in that person now because your space isn't clogged, right? When we have boundaries for ourselves, not only do we, when we make boundaries for ourselves, we also are better at you know, having boundaries with ourselves for other people. Does that make sense? I was realizing as I'm setting boundaries for myself, because I haven't always been good at that, collective. As I'm setting boundaries for myself, I realized, oh my word, I really crossed a lot of boundaries in my life. Not like in a mean way, like in a very bubbly, friendly way, but it's like some people need space, and I've never been very good at that. So anyways, enough about me. I love you guys so much. It looks like a lot of exciting stuff coming. New, kind of, the Four of Wands is really about, it's the Minor Arcana version of the World card. It's about moving on to the next phase. So like I said, if you haven't met this person, this clarity is coming and you're just meeting them. It's moving into a dating phase. And if you already are dating this person and you realize they're the one, it's moving into a marriage phase or whatever it is. Yeah, so if you haven't met, it's meeting. If you've already met, you're dating, or if you've already met but you're not dating, you're dating now. And if you're dating now, moving into marriage. Okay, that's what I'm getting off of this. Again, the Ace of Pentacles, you got two aces in the first four cards. I feel like that's a huge thing. The energy you're bringing is the Ace of Pentacles. This means an opportunity from the creator. It's opening up. This is a love connection, so we're going to talk about love, but it's bringing in opportunities. The creator has, you know, this means an end to a sort of block of sorts. Okay, so all the aces are ending of a block. It's like the new beginning after the block was there. So the block is no longer here, and you are going to be forming connections, jobs. Everything in your life is going to be sound, solid, and last a lifetime, because you've done all the things that you need to do really to get to where you are. You've cleared all the blocks. You've healed all the owies inside, whatever it is. I say whatever it is a lot. I just realized that. Queen of Wands. We got somebody commented about it the other day, and then I'm like, wow, I really do say that a lot, whatever it is. Queen of Wands in your person's energy could be dealing with an Aries, of course, and somebody who's very charismatic, somebody who's kind of the life of the party. You know, I'm picturing like a movie scene where you walk in and you see that gorgeous woman, of course it could be a man, laughing, like the whole room, they kind of blur it, right? And they blur the little like talking in the background, and all you see is she's got her drink in her hand and she's absolutely stunning. That's who you're dealing with, male or female. Could be a male with a drink, you know what I mean? Somebody who just is the life of the party and everybody kind of looks at longingly. Weird message. Sounds, I think it's me. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. What is this? The Emperor. No, the High Priestess. I can't get my life together today, but the High Priestess, I adore. It is Cancerian and Virgo energy. I think somebody just told me. I'm really confused by that, but I adore her nonetheless. It doesn't matter whose energy it is. It's about just being very psychically in tuned, as well as I read this about her. She exudes sexuality at the same time virginity. What an interesting combination, right? So I just feel like that's why there is like this mystery. She really signifies mystery. There's a mystery here, something that we're not seeing yet. I don't think the outcome is. I think it's just a psychic outcome at this time. I don't think we see the finish line. Again, I don't even know if we've met this person, if we're just coming into contact with them. But everything is coming into clarity. Okay, from the High Priestess into the Ace of Swords is what I'm getting. Things haven't been so clear, but they're becoming clear. All right. Ace of Cups just wanted to pop out, by the way. That would be 3 aces, but we'll see if it comes up. All right, so on your Ace of Pentacles, you've got the Page of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and you might be going through a little bit of an awakening at this time, even maybe figuring out what it is that you are going through. So I feel like right now that Page of Swords usually means spying or whatever. It really means taking in information. It's an inquisitive energy. But I'm getting almost taking in information about an awakening you're having, because I think you've been doing some self-sabotage or shaming yourself for some things that you've been going through. So yeah, when we go through this awakening and we kind of recognize things differently, things are literally the view of things have changed with this Judgment card. It's really about kind of letting the old way of life. This is pre-2020 is what I'm getting on this Judgment card these days. Pre-2020 and 2020, the way things were, right? And now the way things are is like we've really all been awakened to some realities that we didn't realize were there. They were always there. And I feel like you're shaming yourself for some possibly things that you've done with the old reality, okay? Now seeing, wow, like myself, like what I was saying at the beginning of this, like I didn't have boundaries for myself, so I didn't have boundaries for others, right? And again, I didn't do anything harmful, but I was I had no problem just boop, stuffing myself in people's world. Hi, I'm Melissa. Do you want to be my friend? You know, and sometimes that's okay, but sometimes it's just not. So anyways, I feel like that's what's going on here is you're shaming yourself for some behaviors that were pre-awakening, and you can't do that because it was pre-awakening. You don't get to go back and say, well, I should have known. No, you shouldn't have. You didn't know. And it was like, that's pre-awakening. We don't shame ourselves for the way things were. We just get to live a new life now. We get to live differently now. Embrace the moment. I feel like you're doing some Googling on like maybe some ascension symptoms if you are going through this awakening as we speak. Let's get more on your person. That's just what I'm getting off of you. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the Judgment card. Again, the awakening can be excruciating. It's also the most beautiful thing you're ever going to encounter. So my advice is always just love yourself up. Don't ever shame yourself. Like you cannot shame yourself for not knowing something you didn't know. That's just like how people get mad at people for that. I've done it. I'm pre-awakening, okay? I've gotten upset with people for just not understanding me. And it's like, no, people just can't understand what they can't understand. And that's just, we have to allow that. People shouldn't be mean just because they don't understand something. That's where the line is crossed. But if you were mean because you didn't understand something in the past, you can't shame it. It's just like, now we know not to do that, right? Okay, so, and by the way, I've been mean before without knowing it, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the 4 of Wands. Wow, the 4 of Wands again. This really is somebody who's analyzing. They've been through, this might be somebody from your past with that Judgment card there, and now this, I feel like it could be somebody coming back and you realizing, aha, this is it. So like, wow, I didn't realize, I thought this was a karmic situation because we were both in unevolved space. Okay, so evolution, yeah, we're gonna do things that aren't like us, right? We're gonna hurt people because we're unhealed. Really, unevolved is unhealed. And so we accidentally hurt each other, and all kinds of things, that we keep secrets from each other, we hide our feelings from each other, whatever it is. This person is analyzing all of the investments they've made, and I don't know if it's in this connection particularly or in themselves in general. They've been very patient and they've been through a lot, okay? I feel like that they always keep sort of a happy, excited facade, or, you know, they keep that, that outer layer up, that facade, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And the image, that's what I was trying to, they keep this image of they're always excited and happy, and, you know, but I feel like they've been through internally dealing with, you know, some, again, things that they've invested into that didn't work out, really analyzing where they maybe went wrong, again, trying to just decide where they can do things differently now. And again, I think this 2020 was an awakening for everyone. And the Strength card really does mean that they've gone through a lot spiritually. I feel like they've had to, because of probably their extremely exuberant, I don't even know what that word means, extremely exciting outer, I feel like they've had to try harder, is what I'm getting, to fight their egotistical desires to be approved, to be accepted into, you know, they've never had to fight for that. They've always been approved and accepted. When you are kind of just a very attractive, in all ways person, sometimes you really, do people really get to know the real you or your spirit, or do you ever go after what your soul really wants, or do you kind of go with, well, they all want me to go do this tonight, they all want me to do that tomorrow, and blah. So I feel like your person's going through this, oh my God, I've invested a lot into a lot of what other people want, but I feel like they're now starting to invest in themselves, which is why this connection is coming in again. This could be coming back from your past. This could just be somebody you randomly meet that is finally phasing to the next phase of their life, where they're like, everything that is in my life should be something that feeds my soul, not somebody else's. Interesting stuff. They have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Four of Wands. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Cancer, a Virgo, a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aries again. Any sign, obviously. These are just the energies that are here. We've got the Ace of Wands on top of the, wow, there's just a lot of power in this connection, you guys. The High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, the World card, and the Three of Cups. It looks like lots of celebrating coming towards you because of this connection, but also because you guys have made it through some trauma, like some serious tormentuous, some serious things. You guys have both had to battle, and you've both had to come through some even just really severe self-doubt issues. Not self-doubt issues. I really think that you're shaming yourself for some things that you've done pre-evolution, and please understand that that's just going to keep you there, stuck, right? Like, we have to know that what we've done, we can't go back and undo, period. There is no way to do that. So we need to just accept, love, nurture, you know, love and nurture yourself. Whatever we've done in our past, we did them for a reason, okay? Nothing, we'd never, I can guarantee there's not one person actually just out there bonking people on the head for funsies. I mean, there's literally, you know, anything that we've done to hurt somebody else in our past has likely been to try to avoid being hurt ourselves, okay? Or because we've been hurt, period, and we were in pain. So there's no shaming the past. We really need to look forward to the future, look to the now. My thing is always, you know, if something's coming up and back from your past, it's about sitting there and sitting with that, thinking about it, writing about it, feeling it, so that it can actually heal. People think that time heals wounds, and it doesn't. Transmuting from being you know, wounded into being love. You need to actually heal the pain. You can't just avoid the feeling of the pain. So it's just about whatever comes up to the surface for you, go ahead and feel it and heal it, but never shame yourself. That is one thing that keeps coming through right now. Again, I feel like this is psychically connected, and I do feel like there is a bit of a mystery. We don't know exactly the ending of this, and I don't think we ever do. I think it's saying to trust your intuition. I think that throughout this whole connection, it's always go by feelings. You know, we always go by kind of, hey, what do you think of so-and-so? And it's like, no, God really wants us, or the creator, divine, our higher selves really want us to trust ourselves with those questions, okay? Because we are forming a life that we have to live. Our friends aren't, you know, sometimes our friends come and go. Our friends might go get married, and, you know, they might not be now, they might be around all the time, but if they go get married and they told me not to be with this person, well, now they're not around and neither is this person. It's like, we need to form our lives for ourselves with our own inner voice, okay? That's what I'm getting right now, and it does look like that leads to passionate new beginnings. Not just in love, in all areas of your life. It's about really trusting yourself. This is healing the perception of yourself. I love this card. It's about healing the perception of yourself, really getting that you have all the answers. Nobody else actually does for your life. And then it gives you the ability, I was just thinking about this the other day, it's not about seeing people that are you know, being mean differently. It's about seeing different people. Like what I noticed the more I heal is I don't even notice the mean people anymore, right? It's not that they've become not mean. It's that I just don't even notice them anymore. It's now I'm looking at this whole new world of other people who are beautiful human beings that are really out here doing their thing, you know, a lot of these YouTube tarot card readers included. I will just give that as an example. I had 4 YouTube tarot card readers who let me skew my whole vision of tarot card readers, you know? So it's really important that we heal our perception of ourselves in order to stop focusing on the negative people and really starting to see the wonderful, beautiful people out there in this world really doing their thing to, you know, to heal themselves and then to pour themselves into this world in different ways, on different scales, obviously. Again, this connection is bringing in just a reason to celebrate. Not just the connection, just where you guys are ending up is this evolution of yourselves, which is going to bring you into the most beautiful connection you've ever been a part of, but also just everything you come into contact with is going to be beautiful, because that's who you see yourself as now, okay? Wow, I love it. It's gorgeous. Let's get you some, I don't know what these are called, oracle cards. All right, then. No oracle cards for you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take one. Purpose. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. It says, you possess the determination and the dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Yes, and I think that how you do that is by really not shaming your past, really loving yourself, nurturing yourself. I started out by just loving all the things about me that were so wounded, and I was still doing, you know, I'm going to just give you one example. I talk about myself to relate with you guys, but one example is when I quit drinking, smoking, and drugs. Sorry, I could not figure out what the third thing was. I just accepted that all of those things were there to help me kind of mask and numb some of the pains that I had within me. And then I just started to really feel bad. You know, I'm sorry, baby, that you went through all that, you know, and literally weeks later I quit all 3. So, it's just about accepting who you are, where you are, because we all are where we are for a reason. And that will help you evolve into the person that you do dream of being, the person you know you really are. That doesn't have to hide anymore, doesn't have to stay guarded anymore, doesn't have to suppress anymore. I love you guys so much, and I really hope that you all do know how magical and beautiful you are. You are all you all have this magical uniqueness to offer the whole world, and the world will be a better place because of you being you. Isn't that great? I love it. I love you, and I will see you guys soon. Mwah.